Good evening, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living Organization to Yog Vaashishtha evening sessions. Today we are on 51. 51वें सत्र में हम लोग आज पहुंच चुके हैं। तो रोज की तरह 3 बार ओमकार का उच्चारण करके, गुरु वंदना करके, अपना आरती करके आज के सत्र की हम लोग शुरुआत करते हैं। लेट अस ऑल क्लोज अवर आइज। अपनी आंखें बंद कर लें। सिट कंफर्टेबली, रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी हो, हथेलियां घुटनों के ऊपर, आसमान की ओर खुली। एक साधारण सांस अंदर ले और छोड़ दे। एक गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले और पूरी तरह से छोड़ दे, खाली हो जाए। गुरुदेव कहते हैं भूतकाल त्याग करने योग्य है। एक गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले और अपने सांस को धीरे धीरे छोड़ते छोड़ते अपने भूतकाल को एक स्वप्न के भांति त्याग कर वर्तमान क्षण में आ जाए। यह वर्तमान क्षण नया है। इस नए क्षण का स्वागत ओम के नाद से करते हैं। एक गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले Let us awaken the divinity within. गुरु का आवाहन कर लें। आवाहनम 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 पुनः पुनः। लेट अस प्रे टू द डिविनिटी। गुरु से प्रार्थना कर ले। अपने मुख से निकलने वाले हर एक शब्द, हर एक वाणी, अपने सारे कर्म एवं विचार, अपने बुद्धि के अंदर जागृत होने वाला विवेक, अपने स्मृति के अंदर तैयार हो रहे इंप्रेशन, संस्कार यदि हो रहे हो तो, और यदि अब भी जो अहम का थोड़ा बहुत भाव बाकी है वह और यह सारा भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें। मुक्ति और मोक्ष की राह पे चलने वाले हम लोग यदि इसी क्षण गुरु कृपा की वजह से मुक्त या जीवन मुक्त हो जाए, सदेह मुक्ति का अनुभव कर ले, तो यह उर्वरित जीवन और किसी कारणवश भक्ति के लिए, सेवा के लिए या गुरु आज्ञा से यहाँ पे लौट के आना भी पड़े, तो वह सारा भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें। अपने भीतर और बाहर गुरु का सानिध्य महसूस करते हुए धीरे धीरे अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो। Slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. जय गुरुदेव। अभी भी हम लोग गणपति बाप्पा का जो उत्सव है वो मना रहे हैं, तो गणेशा की आरती करके आज के सत्र को आगे बढ़ाते हैं। So I'll share my screen. Let's do the Ganesha. तो आज के सत्र को हम लोग आगे बढ़ाते हैं। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्य कोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्व कार्येषु सर्वदा। यह सुखहर्ता आपके जीवन में वह परमानेंट सुख लाए, यह दुखहर्ता आपके जीवन से सारे दुखों को हर ले, और यह विघ्नहर्ता आप जिस पाथ पे चल चुके हो, हम लोग जिस पाथ पे चल चुके हैं, वहां पे कोई भी विघ्न यदि आए तो उन सारे विघ्नों को भी यह गणपति बप्पा हर ले। इसी प्रार्थना के साथ, इसी आशीर्वाद के साथ ये सत्र को हम लोग आगे बढ़ाते हैं। सो yesterday we have seen almost concluded the उत्पत्ति प्रकरण। थोड़ा बहुत उसका जो आखिरी का जो भाग है उसको हम लोग आज कवर करके हम लोग आगे की ओर चौथे प्रकरण की ओर, स्थिति प्रकरण की ओर जाएंगे। सो द इवनिंग सेशंस हम लोग जो कंडक्ट करते हैं वो इंग्लिश में होता है। इसी का हम लोग प्रेजेंटेशन मॉर्निंग सेशन में हिंदी में भी करते हैं। तो अभी फिलहाल के लिए हम लोग इंग्लिश में ही बात करेंगे। सो विल कंटिन्यू दिस सेशंस इन इंग्लिश नाउ। Tomorrow morning we present the same session in Hindi also. You are welcome to join that if English is an issue in understanding. So let's begin with our session. We have seen yesterday we have seen that what exactly happens when these particular Akasha, and in between the space and this environment of the Bhulok, that is the earth, in between there are 14 such stages. And in these 14 stages, 14 bhuvan इनको कहा जाता है. In these 14 stages, the multiple jivas, the multiple creatures or the existence who are in the form of a sukshma deya, no, they keep traveling. So depending upon there are 3 gunas that are being said, that rajas, sattva and tamas. Because of that, these particular jivas keep on taking the birth, and some of them are also able to get the mukti. They are liberated out of this cycle of life and birth, and some of them are getting stuck into it, depending upon in which stage they are, depending upon what is the percentage of this sattva, rajas and tamas is present in them. And based on that, we have seen they go and experience the multiple stages here. So there are different upadhis. We have seen that they experience something called as, the first one is the Inda Prathamata. So what is this Inda Prathamata? In this, at the end of the last kalpa, means we have seen those 4 yugas, and at the end of that, the person again takes the birth. And after that, if in that birth, that person has actually practiced all the Shama, Dhamma, Titiksha and Shraddha and all these things he practiced, but there was little bit of Gyan, that Atma Gyan was still not completely reached. Such jivas, when they take a birth in their next jiva, they are capable of attaining the liberation in that lifespan itself. So if you see their karmas, if you see their actions, they are all oriented towards that thing only. That is what we can easily observe in them, their actions. Now, such is the state that is called as in the Prathamta. The sattva is very, very prominent over here, and they are continuously walking on the path of attaining the liberation. Now, after this, there is another stage called Guna Pivari. Guna Pivari means these people have started walking on the path, but because of little bit of things here and there, they will still take 4 to 5 lifetimes to remove the ignorance and completely attain the nirvana, completely attain the mukti, moksha. No? The next one is said that Adhama Sattva. These people, because of the Dushit karma from the past, they will take hazaro, thousands more life to get the liberation. So that is because of their past karma, and their vasana are still not been completely removed. They are still there, and because of that, they will take so much of life. Then again, they are saying there is one more state called Moksha Yogya. And that is also called as Rajasa Satviki. Now what happens, the above 3 that whatever we saw, that was basically there was Sattva Guna was predominant over there. So now here Sattva Guna does exist, little bit of Tamas also exists, but the Rajas is more powerful. So because of that Rajas is more powerful, these people take birth, and they have still not attained that complete Vairagya, and despite of having walking on this path of spiritual path, still they seems to be entangled into the routine vyavahara, the routine things which they are doing, they are entangled into that. So they keep doing their routine things. So just because of Rajas, that Rajas is still active, they still want to do certain things, they still want to achieve something in their life, because of they happen to see, but they are ready for the moksha. Such people also, they get mukti and moksha. Then there is another state that is called as Rajarajasi. Now that Rajarajasi is there. These are the people, because of their Rajas is dominant, but their karmas were very good, because of they want to enjoy the fruit of their karma. So such people attain the state of Yaksha or Gandharva. So they bhog jo hote hai na, अच्छे bhog पुण्य karma. So the influence of that they would like to enjoy. So they attain that kind of state. That is called Rajarajasi. Then the next one is that is Tamasa Sattva. Now here there is a Tamas, it is there, but Sattva is also there. Because of their past Drishit karma, they take the yoni such as Rakshasi, for example, we have seen the example of Karkati Rakshasi, or we have seen the example of Prahlad also. Now both of them get liberated. Yeah, how despite of they have taken a birth in the Rakshas Kula, in that they become a demon because of the past karmas, but as the Sattva element is very predominant over there, using the yoga, pranayama, meditation practices and the self-inquiry, they attain the Atma-jnana and they also can become liberated. So that is the Tamasa Sattva. And then after that, the last one is the Atyanta Tamasik. Means Atyanta Tamasik means their Purva karma, past karmas that were also dushit, that was also inflicted, and the present actions that are also inflicted. They are not walking on this path at all. For them, lakho karodo, they still just get into this path unless someone guides them or they themselves realize this fact of they are stuck. They will continue to remain stuck in that. So all these Vyaktis, all these Jiva, they are called Veshti. Veshti or Vyakti or Jiva. No? So they are the reflection of the Brahman. Brahmadev itself. Brahmadev is called here is the Samashti Mana, means the entire Srishti, and Srishti is in the form of Samashti, and that Samashti has a Chitta that is nothing but the Brahmadev. Now let us not confuse Brahmadev with Brahman. Brahman is different, Brahmadev is different here. He is the form of a creator which is shown as a Chitta of the consciousness, of the supreme consciousness is being said Chitta, and that Chitta is represented as Brahman. So that is the thing. So now in between this Akash and Vatavaran, there is little bit of this Sandhi is there. In that, those 14 bhuvanas are there. That is where they keep traveling. Now these people, depending upon their karma, depending upon their past karma, they either take a birth or they just keep traveling in this particular space. Now here Vasishtha Muni is very beautifully taking us ahead on this knowledge, and he explains here that depending upon this, the people who walks on this path, there are 7 different states of ajnana, of ignorance, and there are 7 different bhumikas is what they say. There are different stages of the knowledge. So now let us go and see what are those bhumikas, how these bhumikas are created, and why some people take less time and why some people take more time. That will be very absolutely clear with this knowledge. So let's go on. So the first 7 bhumikas which are formed in the form of ajnana are bija jagrat, jagrat, mahajagrat, Jagrat Swapna, Swapna, Swapna Jagrat, and Sushupti. These are the 7 stages of Ajnana Bhumika. Means here you are still in Ajnana, and because of that Ajnana you get stuck into any one of these states. So you still feel that this world is real, and then you get entangled into it, and because of the Vishayas, because of these attractions, because of this attraction, outward attraction, and other things like kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsara, because of all that you are still stuck. You are still stuck in any one of these stages. Now there are 7 jnana bhumika. What is the solution for this, for one to get out of this? So there are 7 jnana bhumika which are explained. The first one is shubhecha, second one is vicharana, third one is tanumanasa, fourth one is Satvapatti, fifth one is Asasanktakti, sixth one is Padartha Bhavini, and the last one is 7th one is Turiyaga. After this end of this, there is a Purna Sthiti and Mukta Sthiti, but that's not Bhumika, so that is been kept separate. That is the Turiyati Tavastha. We'll talk about it later. So now let us understand why the people get stuck. Which are all that different stage, Ajnana Bhumika, which are all the Bhumika they assume in the Brahm, which are all the Bhumikas they assume. So the first Bhumika is said is the Bija Jagrat. What is there in this particular thing, what Jiva, what it does, it just about to come. just about to ankurit, be about to come and start expressing itself, means it is just taking a form. So we can say this condition, compare this condition similar to that you are in a deep sleep, and when the morning dawns, at that particular time, you are just coming out of that state. And then now you are not fully Jagrut, you are about to get Jagrut, but just before getting Jagrut, that state, and you are not sleeping also. That sthiti, that is called as Bija Jagrut. No, Gurudev aksar कहते, Gurudev always asks us to meditate during such Bija Jagrut avastha. When you get up, that time you meditate, and when you sleep, that time also meditate and sleep. Now that's the best stage to get, means dropping all the things. Then you start your day, dropping all the things again, you end your day. So that is this Bija Jagrut avastha. Now then the next comes is the Jagrut avastha. In all these things, it's Agyan Bhumika. That is the Jagrut avastha. So because of the Purva Janma, because of the sanskara, the impressions of the past life, there is this feeling that, aha, I am this body. No, this is my house. No, this is my house. I am this body. Like this normal, sarva sadharan feelings. No, this comes. So this avastha is the one who is get stuck into all this avastha. They are all called Jagrat avastha. Then after this, there is a third avastha that is being said, Mahajagrat. Now, because of the past good karmas, drud sanskaras, when he takes the birth, that particular person seems to have very firm understanding that, okay, I am this, I am, that's the reason I am taken a birth in this particular kula. And because of that, I am supposed to do these things. So very drud impressions. That is the reason we say some people, they are into this. No, they want to come with that intention, and they keep on spreading the same thing. And they appears to be very nipun. They appears to be very intelligent in their own subject. No? So that is what is been. It is because of this Mahajagrat avastha. But again, this is Ajnana. This is not the Dhamma. Again, this is Ajnana only. No? Then the next fourth state comes, that is the Jagrat Swapna avastha. Jagrat Swapna avastha means you are daydreaming basically. You are Jagrat, you are there, but again you are daydreaming. It is exactly this is what happened with the Lavan Raja. He was sitting in the palace, and as it was under the influence of the Darodi, that Dut, which is of Indra, he get influenced and then he starts daydreaming. That state is called a Jagrat Swapna avastha. So many such things that some you see the two moons are there, then you see there is something else, and you think that as a gold or something that as a silver. Such kind of illusions, optical illusions, we are all aware about it. So those things comes as a part of your Jagrata Swapna avastha. Again, this is Ajnana. The next comes is the Swapna. No, the person is about to sleep, or he is just sleep, in between, just starting of the sleep, in between the sleep, or just going to break the sleep. At these 3 points, he can get into the Swapna avastha. So what is it that if particular thinking about any particular thing and hovering about it and continue to be with it is nothing but the Swapna avastha. So again, in this Swapna avastha, it happens, it has been extended from your neck, kanta, in the body, from there to this heart. No? Your heart, there is one nadi. No, that nadi goes, because of that nadi, this Swapna avastha comes into picture. That has been said. Medical science perspective, they say that your brain is not sleeping. Your body wants rest, but your brain has already completed rest, and now your brain has become active. So it will start dreaming something. So that is also another viewpoint related to this Swapna. So this is again 5th state, where this is also Ajnana avastha. This is not the one related to Chaitanya or the Brahman. Then there is the 6th thing that is called as Swapna Jagrata avastha. What is Swapna Jagrata avastha? If your Swapna remains for more time, Dirghakal, more time, if it remains, then you get into the Swapna Jagrata avastha. In that state, you start feeling that this swapna itself is a reality probably. So this is what happens. No, this all these things when we go, this Mahajagrat Avastha is similar to Swapna Jagrat Avastha. The Mahajagrat Avastha of this Swapna Jagrat Avastha of the past life, just at the time of death, you have got into this Swapna Jagrat Avastha, which appears to be Mahajagrat Avastha in your next life. No? Just remember the story of Leelavati Padmaraja and how Padmaraja gets into the Swapna Jagrat Avastha and seeing his dream as if he is a king, and then he leaves that exactly like a Mahajagrat Avastha. He comes with a very finite understanding to become a king. He becomes the king and he keeps on doing all the activities like a king. Mahajagrat Avastha. So the previous lives, past lives, Swapna Jagrat Avastha has become so drid that it goes into the Mahajagrat Avastha. In this, it can continue while you are alive, and it can continue even after you are not alive. Means the body is not there. And that is what happens with them. They keep on imagining certain things even after the body drops. So Swapna Jagrat Avastha can remain like that. And then after that comes with the seventh one, which is the Sushupti. So is this, in this Sushupti, all you are, what are the karmas that we do from this Panchariya, or all these avasthas which are said, we have to drop that. That is what is the Sushupti. So we can compare this with the deep sleep, or Sushupti Avastha. But even in this deep sleep also, the Bijankura of the karmas, the vasanas, they are not dropped. They still exist because the jad is still exist. Because of that, the moment you come out of Sushupti Avastha, you are able to perform. No, you are able to do your day-to-day routine activity. Exactly that's what we do. We drop everything when we sleep, and if you are in a deep sleep, you automatically all these six avasthas are dropped. You are in a completely Sushupti Avastha. When you come out of that, you again start. वो मेंढक होता है ना, वो सुषुप्ति अवस्था में चला जाता है. वो बीज जो होता है वो सुषुप्ति अवस्था में चला जाता है. No, it is that sushupti avastha. But in this sushupti avastha also, it's not chaitanya. It is not that nirvana stage. No, it is just another stage which is also ajnana bhumika, because it's all unreal world. So this avastha which is experienced in this unreal world is also unreal, just like that. So these are all the 7 stages where, because of the ajnana, the one appears to stuck, because they have taken any one of the bhumika out of it and they are stuck into it. No? So in this, they continue that because of this 7, and then there are multiple other combination of these stages together forms multiple other sukshma avasthas, and the jiva gets stuck into all these different sukshma avastha, and then they are stuck. They are stuck in this life cycle. So then he explains that now I'll tell you which are all the 7 bhumikas, which are all the 7 avasthas or drudha nishchaya that one can take to come out of this. So these are the first one he explains is the Shubhecha. What is this Shubhecha? The person who is walking on this path, not on this path, the person who is living this life, one fine day he gets bored out of his routine. Then in him the curiosity dawns that am I here just for this, or is there something more? Then he starts seeking. His seeker in him awakens. Then he starts seeking. The quest and the search comes, and he gets attracted towards the knowledge, or the similar kind of people, sadhu sangati. So he seeks that. So that state of one is called Shubhecha, means he is just about to begin. Now that seeking has begun, the journey has begun on this path, and now he's looking for all such things. He's start reading the scriptures and all that. Not reading the scriptures, he wanting to know. He has not even reached the scriptures yet, not reached the Sadguru yet, not reached to any sadhu yet. Seeking has started. So the second stage is explained. This is the first bhumika. So it's very important bhumika. This is again is the jnana bhumika. It's good. This still jad is there. It is not yet complete Jnana Bhumika. It is one of the Jnana Bhumika, but still there is in this first, second and third, the Jada is still there. It is still the Vishaya, the Jada is still there. So the first one is Shubhecha, because that is where he is starting. He is searching for the answer for that. So still that body, everything exists. The second one is said is Vicharana. Now what is this Vicharana? The moment that first avastha matures and now he is completely wanted. No, usually Sangeeta ji explained it like this: the one who is thirsty and now you have been thirsty for so long and now you just want it right now, you want water. If that intensity, with that intensity one follows on this path, then he really gets it. So when that stage comes, he start going here and there, he starts reading the scriptures, शास्त्रों का पठन वो करते हैं, and then he starts getting in touch with the Sadguru who can guide him. He starts living with the people who are in this sadhu sankati. That is the second stage. That is called as vicharana. Now he thinks that in Andhkarana, this Bahya Vishaya, all this, he want to get away from them, but not yet completely dropped. He's just trying to get away from them. That is how he proceeds with this. Then the third avastha that comes in the Jnana Bhumika is called as Tanu Manasa. Now in this avastha, because of the first thing, seeking, and the second thing which he started practicing, being in touch with the good people, being under the guidance of Sadguru, and started reading the scriptures. The Shastra study has already begun. Slowly and gradually the practice of this, the Bahya Vishaya, the outward attractions, the cravings, those things, the Vishayas, those things happens to be dropped. And the effect which is there in the mind, that these things, that bhar, that stress, that tension, all these things also slowly and gradually becomes, and they also drop. So how does it become? It achieves the sukshma, means the subtle one. Now the sukshma man, the sukshma. So this, now this, that point of time, this mind, it is not doing any grahan. It is not getting influenced by the outer things. So that is the things. So if you compare this with the Ajnana Bhumika, you can say this particular state is like a Jagruta Avastha. So it is there, Jagruti is there, not completely, Jagruta Avastha is completely not dropped, and yet he is walking on the deck. He started feeling very light. There is no stress. He started feeling light. That is the third stage, is called no manasa. So, but still in this Drishya Jagat, the awareness about the Drishya Jagat is still there. It is still there. It is not completely dropped. So because of that, we cannot say it is like a complete Jnana Swarup. Cannot say that, because the Vishaya and the Bheda Buddhi is not completely there. So it's not complete. So that is the third stage that has been said. The next stage that has been said is the Sattvapatti. So this, what happens when this Sattvapatti, till now the things have been removed from the body, you have got inward, but the remaining Sukshma Sanskara were still there in the third stage. Now what happens in Sattvapatti, because of the practices, because of the continuous being in knowledge, because of the Guru Krupa, now even the small sanskaras, the small impressions which were there in the mind, now they also drops. Vishaya Sakti is already dropped, you already gone inward, and now the inner Sukshma Sanskaras, they are also disappear. They are also not there. We can say that this is the Purna Vairagya Sthiti. This is a complete dispassion, complete Nirvishaya, means there is no existence of any outer cravings, no Vishayas, no nothing. You are established like a stable, Sthir Man. Like Atma Swarup, it has gone and disappeared in the mind. Atma Swarup hone lagta hai. So this is the Bhumika of Sattvapatti. The one who attained this Bhumika, the one who is in this stage, they are called Brahmavida. They are called Brahmavida. Now the next Jnana Bhumika that is in explained is Asang Sakti, Asang Sakti. No? So in this, when the complete nirvishaya has happened, complete vairagya, dispassion is also there, but there wasn't a state of continuation of that. Puna, it wasn't there. But in the fifth stage, Asang Sakti, there is a stage of complete nirvikanda, akhanda samadhi. No, they completely remain in that Brahma Sakshatkara, Uparoksha. No, so because of that happens, it is like someone is in a complete deep sleep, complete Sushakti Avastha. So in this thing, the yogi or that thing, they are called as Brahmavid Var. Brahmavid Var. It is completely, they act as if, that is the next one. They are completely into Brahmavid Avastha. The sixth one is a Padartha Bhavini. Now, in the Padartha Bhavini, obviously all the five Bhumika are completely now established. The yogi has practiced and he is now established in Atmananda, Atmarama. Means he is able to establish Ramaman. Now he is able to stay within himself. Now the Bahya Vishayas, Pratiti and the Manana, what are the things that appears as an illusion, that Kalpana completely dropped. I am this body is completely dropped. I am this mind completely dropped. Completely dropped. All this, whatever is the kriyas that are happening out of him, they are just happening on its own. We have seen this, that the karmas are not getting created. We are just doing the karma. So they are in that state is just because of their prakriti and their swabhavi kriya, they keep on doing it. They do not have any such feeling or notion of I am doing it or I am not doing it. Neither of them. And this is the particular thing, that is the particular thing, nothing. No such sort of feelings exist in them. No. So you can say that this particular state is just like a person who is sleeping and doing everything. Does that sleeping person react to anything? No. So accordingly, these people just keep on doing the certain things. They don't seem to react to anything because nothing matters to them. So that is the sixth state. And the seventh state is called as Turiyaga. So when completely by doing the Drida Abhyasa, complete continuous practice of all these six states, what we have seen, the Bahya and Antar Bahya Padartha, that awareness is completely dropped, completely nushed. It has become your own experience now. So this Akhanda Swarupanishta means you are completely established in Atman alone. That is the state, that is the seventh state. And that is called as Brahmavida Varishta. They have attained the state of Brahmavida Varishta. So Vasishtha Muni explains that, hey Rama, the one who have attained this seventh state, they are really the fortunate one. They are almost living a life of a Jivan Mukta in a Sadhya Mukti. And the moment their body drops, they also go and attain the Videha Mukti. But this particular state is not yet the Turiyatit Avastha. It is still Turiyaga Avastha, but not Turiyatit. Turiyatit means they have even bypassed that and they have completely attained the Brahmasthiti. Brahmasthiti Bhumika cannot be said that as a Bhumika because that is beyond all these Bhumikas. So Turiyatit Avastha is beyond the Bhumika. That's the reason they kept that limited to only Turiyaga, 7 only. After that, that Purna Mukti, Purna Moksha state is that thing that is not a Bhumika, that is getting into yourself into Brahmasthiti. So these are the people, they are really fortunate, those who have attained this, all the 7 state. Now, depending upon the Ajnana state, depending upon the Sanchit Karma, past Karma, one can experience all these 7 states in one lifetime and they become Mukta. No? For some, they start walking on this path, they achieve 1 or 2, 3 stage, and then they drop again, they get back into the same cycle. So likewise, people either get liberated in the same life, or else they can complete 1 or 2, 3, depending upon whatever they are doing into, and they again go back to this Dehatmavadi. Dehatmavadi, people are there, those who are into this, they are completely associated this body, they are not even able to imagine what we are talking about. They don't feel, they don't even take interest in this knowledge, and even if they listen, they don't understand it. No, so that is what is being Vaashishtha Muni is saying here. That is where our Utpatti Prakaran concludes. This Utpatti Prakaran, that is creation of this universe, concludes. So now let us move towards little bit about the Sthiti Prakaran, and then we'll talk about Sthiti Prakaran in detail tomorrow. But right now, let's just get a gist of that, what is being said in the Sthiti Prakaran. So here Vaashishtha Muni begins that, Hey Raghukula Shrestha Rama. Now recently we have seen the Utpatti Prakarana, and in that we have seen how the entire this universe is not the real, and there are multiple aspects of that also we studied. So now let us go to the Sthiti Prakaran. Sthiti Prakaran means what? Utpatti has already happened, and this in this Vartaman Kal, in this present moment, whatever that appears to us, that is the Sthiti. So in this Jagachi Utpatti, we have seen that the creation of this universe itself is an illusion. No, similarly, this mind is also illusion. It is just a sankalpa matra bhranti. That is also, even the aham which experiences this different sthiti itself is an illusion. That we already seen. Now let me explain you this sthiti prakaran in detail. So that is where say that this universe, this sthiti, whatever the jagat that appears to be created, this chitra, that painting that has been created, first of all, it is not created by anybody. There is no cause and effect. Karya Karan Bhavani. It is not because somebody did it because of something they wanted to do something. No, there is no such cause and effect. Karya Karan Bhav doesn't exist. There is no karta for this. There is no painter who has painted this painting. There is no painter also exists. It just appeared on its own. There is no color that has been used in this painting. This chitra, it is vichitra. This chitra is really vichitra, and there is no. It's really funny, and there is nobody has actually painted it. But hey Rama, despite of this, all these things which I told you just now, this Jagadrupi Swapna Mithya, this elusive apparent world seems to be very real to people. And that itself is very Ashcharyakarak. At the same time, it also can create the Anarthakarak Bhavana, means it can really get you into the trouble. So it is something like that, probably there is this Lal Chintak Gunja. This is one type of seed which is red in color. And so many of them are piled up together. So it looks like there is a fire that is going on. So something, it is like some monkey comes and there and sits there, and they appears to see that their cold is disappearing. Or something like there is a rope that is there and you see that as a snake. All these things does appear to us like a joke, right? How come that is? Exactly in a similar manner, this Mithya Jag is also making you experience that, experience the joy, experience the fear, and that is so real. Even we have to go and treat it sometimes. If you happen to fall in because of this accident happens, you have to actually go and treat that also. No, it is that appears to, because of that it appears to be so real. So this Mithya world is capable to make you experience, depending upon your feelings, and to experience the bhog, the phal or the fruit of your karma. It is all capable. Despite of this is Mithya Drishya. So the people who have been studying this Tattva Chintakani Keleli Jagachi Chikitsa, means the people who have been mastered this, they have studied this well. What is it that they have said? Whatever they have said comes under the part of Darshana. This is a Darshana Shastra. So there are multiple things. Then there is this Jiva and Jagdishwara concept. Then there is a Saguna and Nirguna concept. But if you see, go in detail of all this, ultimately they will all come to one conclusion, is that Advaita Vichara, that Advaita philosophy. But by Adhishtan, by Paramartha, by a real thing, if you see, it is, they all say that it is that one Brahman only. So these different states will be there, different forms will be there, but still that will be just one Brahman only, alone one Brahman only. That is what has been said here. So with that note, we will pause here. Today's our session is pause it here. I'll hand over this session. There are a couple of questions Rama asked about this Sthiti Prakaran, that he says that according to the Darshana Shastra, he gives a reference. There it says that this particular thing, just like a Bijankura, when the bija, that seed sprouts, like that this world sprouts from the Brahman, and because of that all these things appears. So if we say that bija is real, that Ankurit is real, then obviously the this world also has to be real. But then why do we call that this is not real? These are some kind of questions that Rama asks. And if we see it from perspective, it appears so real logic, good logic. No, there Vaashishtha Muni explains in that, look, you are comparing two apples with the orange. Here, when you are talking about a bija, bija is a stool roop. You can, your Panchendriya can see it. Jnanendriya can check that that is a bija. The process of Bijankura is also known to us. We know when we create the environment, support to environment, it can sprout, and we can repeat it n number of times, and the knowledge about is aware to us. But that is all drishya, that is all visible, that is all jagrat. We can see that. No, but if you talk about Atma, we cannot see it. The Atma is Adi, Anadi, Anant. There is no such thing called as sprouting, or there is no such thing called as something starting with it. There is no such Karya Karan Bhav. No, when all these things are related to your Atma, how can you compare the Atma with the Bij? Bij is something which is Jagrat in this world. It is there. No, you cannot compare that analogy with the Atma. Atma is something else, something different. These things cannot be compared. Those things will come into details tomorrow. So we'll see more about it. What does Vaashishtha Muni guides Rama when he raised such questions? So that we'll see tomorrow. For the time being, for today, I will pause myself. मैं यहाँ पे विश्राम लेता हूँ, अपनी वाणी को विश्राम देता हूँ. I'd like to hand over these sessions to all of you. If you have any question related to today's topic, you are welcome to ask. And if you would like to talk about the takeaways that you have learned from today's session, that also you can talk, and you can just express yourself. Anything what you have to do, it's over to you. The session is available. Unmute option is also been made available to you. You can unmute yourself and you can express yourself.
जय गुरुदेव सोमेश्वर जी.
हाँ, जय गुरुदेव शलाका जी, बोलिए.
हाँ, मराठीतून बोललं तर चालेल?
अगदी चालेल, काहीच हरकत नाही
ना. मला आता दिवसेंदिवस योग वसिष्ठ म्हणजे कॅलिडोस्कोप वाटायला लागला. म्हणजे आपण जसे जसे त्याचे अँगल फिरवू तसं तसं सुंदर मनोहर दृश्य दिसतं त्यातून, आणि ते आपण किती वेळही अँगल फिरवले तरी वेगवेगळं चित्र दिसतं, आणि एक पहिलं चित्र दुसऱ्या चित्रासारखं नसतं. इतका सुंदर अनुभव आहे. म्हणजे बाहेरून बघितलं तर काचेचे तुकडे आहेत ते, काही छोटे काही मोठे, पण जेव्हा आपण त्याच्या डीप मध्ये जातो आणि त्याचा व्यवस्थित अँगल फिरवतो तेव्हा जे सुंदर दिसतं त्याची उपमा द्यावी वाटली मला. आणि सांख्यशास्त्राबद्दल त्यांनी लिहिलेले ना दर्शनशास्त्र, तर ते भगवद्गीतेतलंच आहे. म्हणजे की जसं गाईला चारा दिल्यावर गाय दूध देते, तर सांख्यशास्त्रात काही काही जे लोक देवावर विश्वास ठेवत नाहीत की ही सृष्टी अशी मॅथमॅटिकली तयार झालेली आहे, प्रोग्रॅमिंग आहे, म्हणजे ते की असं काही नाही की देवाने सृष्टी निर्माण केली असं काही लोक म्हणतात. पण सांख्यशास्त्राप्रमाणे दर्शनशास्त्राप्रमाणे कपिल मुनी म्हणतात की गाईला चारा दिला त्याचं दूध बनतं, पण आपण चारा खाल्ला किंवा बैलाला चारा दिला तर त्याचं दूध का बनत नाही? तर हे करण्यामागं परमेश्वर आहे. असं म्हणजे माझं दोन्ही ह्याच्यात वाचण्यातून ऑब्झर्वेशन.
हाच प्रश्न राम स्वतः विचारतात वशिष्ठ मुनींना. अकॉर्डिंग टू द दर्शन शास्त्र, कपिल मुनि ने यहाँ ऐसे कहा था, आप यहाँ पे कुछ तो और बता रहे हो मेरे को, क्या उनका कपिल मुनि का कथन झूठ था? That is exactly the question Rama asked, and the answer will come tomorrow. I have not spoken about it in detail.
Okay.
Yeah, so he actually discards that theory. Vashishta Muni is discarding that theory. We'll see tomorrow in detail about it. But he says you are comparing two wrong things actually, and then he explained it is not like that. There is something else. So we'll see details of that tomorrow.
Two
But
sides of Darshan Shastra. Yes.
Yeah, so this is exactly what Rama asked. He has exactly used the same words. No, that Kapil Muni. Actually, I have taken the notes of that also, but I did not cover that today. No, so he says this Bhagwan Kalpacha Anti Bijankura Madhye, that is which is the example I give. According to the Sankhya Darshana, Kapila Mahatma Muni, Kapil Muni, he has expressed like this. Is it wrong? He is asking, is it something wrong? That's a mat काय चुकीचं आहे का? So when we say that आत्मा रूपी बीजम अंकुरित होके ये जग उत्पन्न होता है, तो यदि वो बीज सत्य है, तो ये अंकुरित जग भी सत्य ही होना चाहिए, अकॉर्डिंग टू कपिल मुनि. ये प्रश्न यहाँ पे राम पूछते हैं. मीन्स ये दृश्य जगत जो है असत, ऐसे कैसे बोल सकते हैं इसको कि असत है? कारण यदि आत्मा अगर सत रहेगा तो उससे उत्पन्न हुआ जो उसका परिणाम है, निर्माण होने वाला ये जो कार्य है, ये देखिल सत्य होना चाहिए. ऐसे राम पूछते, तो वशिष्ठ मुनि उसका आंसर देते. Let's see that tomorrow. Let's.
Thank you. Jai Guruji.
He says the same thing. He asks about the same thing, Sankhya Darshan, but Vashishta Muni is having some different viewpoint about it. Okay. We also have Sangeeta ji with us. Sangeeta ji, would you like to express yourself?
Yes, thank you, Someshwar ji. You take it so well. The difference, the folds, the seven veils, the sevenfold veils of the self-knowledge. That was very beautifully taken. So my takeaway, I can just say it very shortly. That is, first we will see the descending steps of ignorance. So I could jot it down in English. So I just say it in that. The first state is the seed of wakefulness. That is, the seed of that seed is there already. But the minute you have that of that wakefulness means now it is like the waking up of that seed which is there inside. And then you have the wakefulness part of it. Means that person is already into that wakefulness, means he's quite more alert than what he was before. Right? Am I right? Yeah. Then it is great wakefulness. Now this great wakefulness means great wakefulness. More than that, I think so. Isn't it? What do you say, Someshwar ji? What is this great? Because what I heard is actually something in Marathi, or in Hindi, so I cannot relate it. That is the point. So I was actually going to interrupt you. Can I say it in English and you take it the point in that English, So I was actually about to put it on the chat, but I said it's okay, chalo, let it be. So, what is this great wakefulness? I do remember, but it is not striking me actually. Okay, we'll see it. Yeah, and then there is a wakeful dream. And then there is a dream. That is the fifth one. And the sixth one is dream wakefulness. And the seventh one is the sleep. So these are the descending steps of ignorance. Now there are ascending steps of wisdom parallel to that. So the first one which comes is the pure wish. Pure wish is your intention. So when you have that intention of getting that moksha, so that is the first step. Then comes the inquiry. That is, you keep on inquiring, who am I, who am I, who am I? So that is the inquiry. Then comes the mind is subtle and transparent. Now you look into your mind, which is very subtle, and it becomes transparent, means you can see everything, your perceptions, your ideas, everything, whatever is stored in your mind, the cravings, aversions, likes, dislikes, everything. Then you get established in the truth. And that is the fourth one. But the fourth step is you establish yourself in that truth very firmly. And the fifth one is you get freedom from the attachment and bondage. That is very important. Detachment, that is what is called. So that is the fifth step. And then the sixth one comes as cessations of the objectivity. Means you keep on seeing the objects and then you relate to that. So cessation means there is no more. Everything becomes one. Am I right? Is that okay? Okay. And the seventh one comes is beyond all this is what is called the Turiya Avastha. So that is the most important one. To reach up till there, we have been doing all this. And beyond all this is Turiya. That is what it is. Then you go into that Turiya Avastha. Yeah. So very, summarizing it to that much, I could do it. Yeah. So thank you very much. It's going on becoming more interesting, like that.
That's
Really.
for
So reading that and like making the notes for yourself, if you really work it out like that, it's going to give us really a very different angle, that different so much.
Absolutely. We are in a study group here. There is nobody वक्ता श्रोता कुछ नहीं है. हम लोग सारे के सारे स्टूडेंट है, पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं. बस तो पढ़े एक स्टूडेंट की तरह ही बिहेव करो, मस्त अच्छे से नोट्स वगैरह निकालो, सब कुछ करो. सुनते समय मत करो बोलते हैं, लेकिन हाँ, बट इवन यू आर रीडिंग डेफिनेटली डू इट. सुनते समय अंदर से कुछ चेंज हो जाता है तो हो जाता है. That is what let that change.
Yeah, this is while I was reading before coming here, so I made it, and you took it in Marathi. That time I couldn't have written also in this, so it was already there with me.
That's wonderful. So if you can do that, nothing like it. If you come and do your homework, or after going from here listening to this, you do your homework, both is fine. But reading is very important.
Yes.
Like a student, proper reading, and then to whatever notes you want to take it out. It's absolutely.
That also reading, I have seen, if you're so much in that present moment and that awareness, and then only you get it. Yeah, otherwise, you don't get it only. If two other things are going on over here in the mind, you won't get it anything. You have to be so much in that present moment to read this.
Absolutely. And that is the reason they say that there are these steps. The first step is Vachana, then Shravana, then Manana Chintana. That is very important, to be in the company of the people and then get it clarified, because we form a concept out of it. And whether that formation of a concept is right or wrong, it needs to be validated. And that validation is what exactly we do in the morning session, when we sit together and validate. Oh, this is what I feel. Is it okay? Then we say, yeah, I have this viewpoint, I have that viewpoint, I have this viewpoint also. And then when we listen to multiple viewpoints, we see, yeah, this is okay. Then the concepts are clear. Then the nididhyasa will happen on the right thing, not a wrong understanding. Wrong logic के ऊपर nididhyasa करोगे और लफड़ा हो जाएगा और फंस जाओगे. So it's better to clear that understanding clearly and then go and walk. It is very, very nice actually. It's really, really nice. Good. Anybody who else wants to say anything? Shri Devi, Bhosle sir, Savita ji. Okay. ठीक है, फिर आज के इस सत्र को हम लोग यहीं पे समापन करते हैं. We'll conclude this session here so that we can meet tomorrow. जय गुरुदेव.
जय गुरु.
जय गुरुदेव.